Okay, good morning. Out here ready to go. I've done a little bit. Cleaned all this off, topped up my coolant, and I was trying to work out how I was going to machine this. And I thought, well, the easiest way is to work from centre, and I don't have a centre finder. So what I did is I turned that little bit of plastic, the nylon, and centred it in the lathe. And hang on, let me change hands, and centred it with that. You can see that's pretty close. Well, you might not be able to see it, but I can. So now I worked out I'm going to do it 35mm to start with and work from the centre. So I've zeroed it, 2 zeros. So half of 35 is 17.5, 6mm end mill, so take 3mm off that, so I've got to come 14.5mm out from there each way, so that'll make life a lot easier for me. So let me get the first one up and bolt it in. I'll change this back over, put that in, and we'll put you in a stand. We'll get started. Alright, I think we've got you close enough there. Let's see if we can do this without breaking ourselves or something else. Might need to come down more. Okay. Fingers crossed. Well, that ends that one. I wasn't even pushing that hard. Alright, let me work out what I'm going to do. Alright, now I've gone ahead and I put the 8mm cutter in, which is still, you know, like that's not too big. I don't know why the other one broke. I've got no idea. But this has got obviously a thicker shaft, so, but that's cleaned up alright. And it's spot on 35, and as you can see, that blowout mark is still a witness there. That's okay, I can live with that. So, I don't know how much you're going to see, but I'll do some more and then I'll bring you back. Maybe have a look at another couple. But that is a whole lot better than what I had, is it not? Anyway, I'll do some more, stay tuned. Righto, I had the big dummy spit earlier. After I broke that 6mm, I put the 8mm one in there and it was going great. I think that one's finished. But as you can see, it's not the best machine finish. Broke the 8mm one as well. So I spat the dummy, literally, and stormed out of here with the shits. Got in touch with the people that I bought the stuff from. I mean, it's not their fault. It's their supplier's supplier, if that makes any sense. Like their steel supplier also gets this from another supplier that does the cutting. So you know, it's not really their fault. But thanks heaps to Wardy. I know Wardy well, I used to ride with him. He's buying me 5 8mm cutters, and they're Kennametal. So now these ones that I had, that I was using, I got off eBay. So you know, they're probably garbage. I purchased 3 more, and Wardy's buying me another 5, so I'll have 8 of them. So I'm seriously tempted when I get them to do all of these spaces first, because they're only mild steel, even though those faces are still work hardened to a degree. It's not as hard as this, because this is 450 grade steel as it is, and flame hardened from their so-called high definition plasma, which is a crock of shit as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, once I get, I'm going for a ride tomorrow. So the stuff I got from Hare and Forbes from Machinery House, it should be here Wednesday, because they send it pretty quick. So I'll get it Wednesday and I can start doing these again. Get some more machining done. So yeah, to say I'm not having a real good time with these things is an understatement. And like I said, it's not my supplier's fault, it's their supplier's supplier, if that makes any sense. So, you know, anyway, we'll soldier on. And I'll see you in a couple of days. Stay tuned. Good morning. Finally, Friday. It's been since Monday, but the last few days I've had a really, really bad head cold. And spent most of the day sleeping because of the drugs I was taking. It was knocking me out. But in the interim, if you would have seen my short that I put out yesterday, I've got a heap. And these are good ones. These are the Kennametal. So, just to make sure, this morning I'm going to do these. These are mild steel. They're still going to be a little bit work hardened, but not as bad as these, because these are fairly hard as it is. So we'll get these knocked over, and then we'll start on these. You know, I've got 4 done over there, but I've got 20 more to go. So let me sort a few things out, and I'll put you in the stand, and we'll get started. I'll get this up. I've got 8 all up, so I bought 3. I had to wait for them to come in, and my supplier that supplied these bought me 5. So, you know, it was an act of good faith, because, I mean, it wasn't their fault. I know I got angry about it, but it's not their fault. It's their supplier who uses another supplier, so it's a supplier's supplier. And there's very little they can do about it. So they were offering all sorts of things, to take them in and use their machinery, or they'd do it for me, or And I said, no, I can't do that because it wasn't their fault. So I said, how about you buy me a couple of end mills? And they said, how about 5? I said, that'll do. After I'd already ordered 3 of them. So anyway, I'll get you in the stand when we get started and we'll have a look, have a play. Right, I don't know, you can see that. I don't know how much work you'll be able to see, but I learned a valuable lesson. Is if you're using zeros on your digital readout, don't turn the machine off because then you've got to try and reset it. So I don't know if I should be close. I just touch the sides and centered it, and then the same. I could be out. We'll soon see. But I do know my measurements once I've set the 0, so let's just see how we go, eh? We can only try. What speed do I want? I'll try 570. I don't know whether that's going to be enough. No, let me get that a little bit faster. Set it at 1,000 RPM. No, that's going to be too fast. That's cut nice. I think I might have to bring me centre cut more off this side, I think, than that side. But what I'm going to do when I've made the shaft, the drive shafts, I'm going to mount them all on the shaft, these and the cutters, and then just skim the outside to make them all true to the drive shaft to make sure there's no run out. Oh, you can see my bloody big hands moving there. Hang on. Yeah, so they're concentric that way. And it doesn't matter if I take a little bit more off that. That just means I'll move my centres closer together for the teeth to mesh. So let me turn the air compressor on, get this out, and I'll bring you back. Stay tuned. I just took that one out. I've got to set this tripod up. It's sitting on a little bit of swarth and it's swinging. So I don't know if you can see, that's machined nice. And he's still got the witness mark here. That's how bad it was. So if I get them all like that, they'll be all exactly the same size. So when I do the shaft, I'll be able to make them slide on nice. So yeah, stay tuned. Right here. I've already done a few. I've done 5, but I've come up with a different plan, and I'll show you what I'm doing. I plunge cut the corners. Do each 4 corners first, because even though the tool doesn't feel blunt, it just struggles sometimes trying to push when you push into those corners. So it's much easier if I plunge cut, and I'll show you what I mean. Let me just zoom you in a little bit. Alright, let's do it. Okay, now we've got that sorted. see it's easier, but I might try next one, do the plunge and take, no I can't. I could plunge each corner and I might try and take one cut. That might work, I'll see. So I should be able to take the whole lot off in one go with those carbide cutters. Let me change this out. Now you can see the coolant, all the snot that builds up on top of the film. When it gets low, it starts to pick it up and blocks up everything. So I've edited it out where I lost my lolly and cursed and swore and carried on. As you can see by the swore, I'm still cutting nice. I don't know if you can, so it'll focus. Where are we? See that? That's cutting nice. I mean, this could be disaster, but we won't know till we try. It'll save me a whole lot of time, because I'm going to have to do 2 cuts on the other ones, on the cutting discs. But these ones I might be able to get away with. Righto. Let's see if we can break something. Righto, 13.5. Doable. It's doable, but it'll save a little bit of time. And you can hear just, when I want to record, my son's out there with the whip snipper, or as my American friend call him, a weed whacker. coolant's not draining properly. There we go. Alright. 13.5 and 13.5. Alright, that is a lot quicker, and it's cutting all right because, I mean, when you think of it, I'm plunging into the corners. When I take a cut, it's getting underneath that hard skin. Oh geez, don't break it with the friction. Out and have a look at it. You can see it looks like that's jumped. Hang on, let me bring it out wider. See, it's cut into that corner, which is fine as long as these sides are the same size. I don't care. But yeah, I think that's jumped when I down. It's pulled it that way. But you get that with the big jobs. All right. Well, I'm going to pull this off here and clean it and then re-center it, because there's my centering plug. I'm going to use that, and I'll re-center it because I can't leave it bolted. I've already been here for 3 days bolted on here, probably with coil under it, so it's going to screw up my bed. So I'm going to take it off and clean up, and I'll recenter it when I come back out tomorrow. But I'm going to get this video edited this afternoon, so you know, thanks for hanging around and putting up with the dramas. So, oh shit, widen that. So thanks for hanging out, and you got bright lights in your face. There we go. How's that? A bit darker, but you get that. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks to big note, made 500 subs. Wow. You know, in the grand scheme of things, that's bugger all, but for me that's a big deal because it's taken me a lot of work. The thing is, I'm not going to push it as hard as I have been to grow the channel. I'm still going to put up content, and I'm not going to stress over it anymore. So you know, I have my faithful subscribers, and I thank each and every one of you, those that do watch my videos. I mean, you know, if I can grow the channel further, great. If I can't, then there's no great loss. So, but it is what it is. So, you know, I just don't have the time or the inclination or the mental capacity to do better videos than what I'm doing. It's just, I just can't do it. So yeah. And also I made a decision last night, let me turn you around, this mill, when I get my new one, this mill's going over to BigstackD. I've offered it to him free of charge. I mean, it's not good enough for what I want to do, but for what he wants to do, it'll be plenty. All he's going to need is a face mill, so he can mill his ingots, or whatever else he wants to machine. So, you know, a clamp kit, a face mill, and a tilting vise. You're going to need a tilting vise, because if he wants to machine the sides of the ingot, he's going to have to hold it, and then tilt the vise either way to machine it flat. So I'm going to give him a crash course on how to use it when I take it over. I'm hoping I'll have my new one well before this shredder's finished, so there'll be a small hiatus in the videos while I swap over machinery. But yeah, I was going to try and sell it, but it's not worth it. I'll just give it to Big D, and he can use it to create some more fabulous content for his channel. So anyway, thanks for hanging around, and I'll see you at the next one. Until then, stay safe. Peace.